Alright, hello everyone, it's Happy, and today we're going to be talking about the Sheridan. Now, this is a very interesting tank, simply because the gameplay or the game setup you would usually use for other light tanks is not the same as on the Sheridan. Light tanks are very versatile, and they're mainly support vehicles. Same with the Sheridan. However, the most interesting thing about this tank is the fact that it has a very interesting gun. Now, the gun, of course, as you all know, the ATGMs were removed, but the Sheridan is still more or less playable. Even though back in the day, ATGMs were a lot better, and they made the Sheridan very, very strong. And some players who actually knew how to utilize the ATGMs properly absolutely dominated gameplay. Nowadays, the Sheridan is still alright, because the alpha on this thing is plus minus 500. You know, maybe you'll get 600 if you're lucky. If you're unlucky, you might get just under 500. So that's the interesting thing. You have speed, so you can come to a very, open area of the map at the start of the game, so you can drive to the center, wait for someone to drive by, you shoot them, and you roll back. Simple as that. That's the key thing about the Sheridan, and I feel like it can take key positions at the start of the game and then shoot people who are just driving by, simply because you firstly have better camo and you have better vision than a lot of heavy tanks, for example. So if you come to an area where heavy tanks would drive around, you can come there, wait for them to be spotted, and then you can just shoot them. Simple as that. So overall, I feel like the Sheridan is a more or less unique tank because of its alpha. Everything else about the tank, especially in regards to the gun, is very mediocre. The DPM is not so great, so any other light or medium tank will more or less take you out in a 1 versus 1. However, the interesting thing about the gun is that this tank is actually good at peekabooing. So if you're peeking, for example, an E5, let's say, you can easily peek out, give him 500, and take 300 something in return, which is actually more or less beneficial for you if you guys have similar HP. So apart from that, this tank obviously has good mobility because it's a light tank, and the armor on this thing is also quite troll at times because it has spaced armor all around. So it's very hard to actually HE the Sheridan, because the only area you can HE is probably the lower part of the back of the tank. Apart from that, it's very hard because, again, spaced armor exists all around the tank. So you have mobility, you have a decent gun, the aim time and gun handling are probably mediocre. They're not the best compared to other lights, but they're still doable. So the alpha is the key thing on this tank. And of course, the armor is technically non-existent. It's just good against HE shells. So that's pretty much the Sheridan. And I feel like this is a hard tank to play, especially if you're new. Don't go for light tanks if you're a new player. I had a person on Discord message me asking me what tank they should play, what medium tank they should play as a new player. And I just told him that you shouldn't play mediums or lights if you're a new player. Just go for heavies. So same advice with the Sheridan. So tell me what you guys think about this in the comment section below. And with that, Happy is out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.